Nicole Kidman has filed for divorce from Keith Urban after 19 years of marriage.
How long does it seem like this divorce has been in the works?
This divorce has clearly been in the works for months.
Nicole Kidman's court filing isn't actually secret. It's public record. But what's buried in those Nashville court documents confirms what everyone has suspected about Keith Urban for years. It's the kind of proof that doesn't scream, it whispers. And yet it says everything.
There's no alimony. There's no drawn-out disputes. Nicole was previously married and divorced to Tom Cruise, and to me, it looks like she took the lessons learned from that divorce and ensured that there'd be no messiness this time around.
Fans have been watching, noticing patterns, seeing Nicole alone at school events while Keith was on tour, watching red carpet performances that felt increasingly hollow, and now the court filing confirms it all. The custody arrangement that proves he was barely present. The financial terms that reveal she never fully trusted the marriage. The timeline that shows they were performing devotion while secretly planning their exit. What everyone suspected, Keith chose his career over his family. What the filing confirms? It's even worse than that, because the numbers don't lie. And what those numbers reveal is the mathematical proof of a marriage that died from years of absence nobody wanted to acknowledge out loud.
According to the reporting, they're separated in the early summer, so you're thinking June, and here it is the end of September, so over 3 months of separation.
For years, fans and observers of Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban's marriage have noticed things that didn't quite add up. Nicole would attend their daughter's school events, but paparazzi photos rarely showed Keith there. Keith would perform hundreds of shows per year across North America, and the question always lingered, how does this actually work at home? Social media sleuths pointed out the patterns. Fan forums discussed the geographic distance. The suspicions were there, whispered but never confirmed, until late September of last year, when Nicole filed for divorce in Davidson County, Tennessee, and the court documents became public record. These aren't leaked documents or insider secrets. They're legally filed paperwork that anyone can access. But what makes them revelatory isn't that they're hidden, it's that they confirm in legal black and white what everyone suspected but couldn't prove.
Nicole Kidman has officially filed for divorce.
One of Hollywood's longest-standing couples, meticulously carving up their assets and sharing custody of their children.
The filing reveals custody arrangements that formalize years of solo parenting, financial terms that prove Nicole built exit strategies into her marriage from day one. A timeline that shows the anniversary posts and red carpet appearances were performance while the marriage was already over. The secret was hiding in plain sight all along. What everyone suspected, Keith Urban prioritized his touring career over consistent family presence. For years, fans noticed the pattern. Keith's tour schedules were publicly available, hundreds of shows per year, months away from Nashville, constant travel. Meanwhile, Nicole's Instagram would show her at home with their daughters. Paparazzi photos caught Nicole doing school drop-offs, attending parent events. Keith appeared in these domestic moments occasionally, but the ratio was obvious to anyone paying attention.
Couple's prenup included a so-called cocaine clause.
Nicole would pay Keith $600,000 for each year of marriage, but if he started drinking or using illegal drugs, he'd forfeit the payout. That's an extremely rare and specific clause, but it reflected real-life concerns.
And here's what the court filing confirms. The permanent parenting plan states Nicole will have primary residential custody of their daughters for 306 days per year. Keith will have them for 59 days per year. Let's break down what that means. Nicole gets their daughters 83% of the time. Keith gets 17%. That's not a custody arrangement, reflecting a sudden change due to divorce. That's the formalization of a pattern that's existed throughout their marriage.
I think everything is motivated by wanting to take care of your children.
The filing confirms what everyone suspected. Keith has always been gone more than he's been present. Nicole has always been the primary parent, doing the daily work of raising their daughters. And here's the part that confirms Keith knew this all along. He signed the parenting plan in early August, nearly 2 months before the divorce became public. He looked at an arrangement that gave him less than 60 days per year with his own daughters, and he signed it without fighting for more time. That signature confirms everything. It confirms he knows his touring lifestyle can't accommodate equal custody. It confirms he's accepted that his career takes priority over daily parenting. It confirms what fans suspected. He's acknowledging that Nicole has been doing this alone, and even in divorce, that pattern will continue. The filing doesn't reveal some shocking new information, it just puts a number on what everyone already saw. Keith was barely there, and Nicole was holding their family together solo.
Now comes the shocking news that Keith Urban moved out of their home at the beginning of this summer and has his own place in Nashville. There's also a report that he's seeing another woman.
What we've learned is that she really has been fighting hard over the past 3 months or so to save their marriage. This isn't what she wanted.
So even with what I've got now, I've been able to juggle things to accommodate my family.
What everyone suspected. Friends and family worried about Keith's ability to maintain sobriety during the intense pressures of constant touring. Keith's intervention and rehab stay is well documented. 4 months into their marriage, back in 2006, Nicole staged an intervention. Keith entered rehab for 3 months and has been open about his struggle with alcohol abuse ever since. But fans noticed Keith's touring schedule never slowed down. The lifestyle that contributed to his addiction remained his daily reality. And here's what the court filing confirms. A custody split this extreme, 83% to one parent, 17% to the other, doesn't happen without significant reasons. The documents cite irreconcilable differences, but don't explicitly mention substance abuse concerns. They don't need to. The custody arrangement speaks for itself. When a mother who stood by her husband through addiction recovery seeks primary custody to the extent of 306 days per year, it suggests ongoing concerns about stability, reliability, or trust. When a father agrees to see his daughters only 2 months out of every 12 without fighting for more time, it suggests he knows there are reasons why he can't argue for equal custody. She didn't have to say the words, "I don't trust him." The paperwork said it for her. Sources close to the couple have said that friends privately expressed concerns about Keith maintaining sobriety during intense touring. One insider said, the lifestyle of constant travel, late nights, and alcohol accessibility created ongoing worries. The filing confirms what people close to the situation suspected. Nicole doesn't trust leaving her daughters with Keith for extended periods, and whether that's purely because of his touring schedule or because of deeper stability concerns, the math makes it clear she needs to be the primary parent, and he's agreed that's appropriate. What everyone suspected. Nicole Kidman protected herself financially from the very beginning of her marriage to Keith Urban. Nicole had already been through a highly publicized divorce from Tom Cruise that ended in 2001. She learned hard lessons about vulnerability in marriage. When she married Keith 5 years later, she was already one of Hollywood's biggest stars with significant wealth. And here's what the court filing confirms. Both Nicole and Keith have waived spousal support. Neither will receive ongoing financial payments from the other. Each will keep all assets held in their own name, including copyrights and royalties from their respective work. This level of financial separation after 19 years of marriage is only possible with an ironclad prenuptial agreement established before they ever walk down the aisle. The filing confirms what observers suspected. Nicole loved Keith, married Keith, built a family with Keith, but she also prepared for the possibility of leaving Keith from the very beginning. She built legal walls around her finances that would make walking away clean and simple if the marriage ever ended. And here's the detail that confirms Keith's priorities. The documents state that Keith has prepaid all child support obligations owed to Nicole. Instead of making monthly child support payments like most divorced parents, Keith made a lump sum payment covering everything. Why? It's convenient for his unpredictable touring schedule. It eliminates the administrative burden of monthly payments while he's constantly traveling. He prepaid his obligations, but not his presence. Prepaid child support is essentially paying to stay absent. It's the financial version of "here's money instead of me." It allows Keith to maintain his touring lifestyle without the ongoing accountability of monthly payments that would remind him of his minimal custody time. The filing confirms what everyone suspected. Nicole never fully trusted this marriage would last, and Keith has chosen financial convenience over structural accountability in his daughters' lives. What everyone suspected? The anniversary posts felt forced. The red carpet appearances seemed increasingly hollow, and the public performance of their marriage stopped matching the private reality. Fans are remarkably perceptive. They noticed when Nicole's Instagram captions about Keith became less frequent. They observed that the couple's public appearances felt more professional obligation than genuine connection. And here's what the court filing confirms. The marriage was over for months before anyone publicly knew. Let's trace the timeline. Last June, Nicole and Keith celebrated their 19th wedding anniversary. Keith posted a black and white photo with the caption, "Happy anniversary, baby." To the public, they appeared happily married. Fans flooded the comments with messages about relationship goals. But just 5 weeks later, in early August, Keith Urban signed the permanent parenting plan. He agreed to see his daughters 59 days per year, while Nicole gets 306 days. The filing confirms what those suspicious fans suspected. The anniversary posts weren't genuine celebration. They were the final performance of a marriage that was already over. Keith was posting, "Happy anniversary, baby," while simultaneously planning to sign documents that would formalize his absence from his daughter's lives. In May of that same year, Nicole and Keith had walked the red carpet together at the Academy of Country Music Awards. Entertainment reporters noted they looked devoted, but sources told media outlets that by that point, Nicole had already made the decision to file. She was just going through the motions. The filing confirms the timeline. They were performing their marriage for cameras while privately negotiating the terms of their divorce. Then at the end of September, Nicole officially filed for divorce. But Keith had signed off on everything nearly 2 months earlier. The filing confirms what everyone suspected. For months, possibly years, Nicole and Keith were pretending their marriage was intact while it was actually falling apart. Every public appearance was acting, every social media post was maintaining a facade. And here's the confirmation that hits hardest. Nicole's own words now read like warning signs everyone missed. At the premiere of The Perfect Couple, the year before, she was asked if the title applied to her and Keith. Her response?
I don't think anyone's the perfect anything. I think you're heading for trouble if you consider yourself the perfect couple, which is kind of what Greer says in the show. It's like, we don't want it to be that. No, I'm not a believer in perfect.
The filing confirms what that quote hinted at. Nicole already knew her marriage was failing when she said those words. She was trying to subtly prepare people for what was coming. Fifth confirmation, the touring lifestyle, 11:45, 13:45. What everyone suspected. Keith's constant touring made him an absent father and created geographic and emotional distance that destroyed their marriage. Keith's High and Alive World Tour took him across North America throughout the past 2 years. Meanwhile, Nicole's career was equally high profile. Forbes named her the highest paid actress in the world last year, but her work was project-based. She'd film for months, then return to Nashville. The contrast was obvious to anyone paying attention. Nicole was home, Keith was not. And here's what the court filing confirms. Keith agreed to only 59 days custody per year without negotiation. That confirms he knows his touring schedule is incompatible with equal parenting. The filing also confirms what Nicole hinted at in an interview late the previous year. She told The Hollywood Reporter, "We have breakfast together every morning, and we have dinner. How do we do it?" I'm kind of not sure. The filing confirms it. She literally didn't know how to make the marriage work anymore because she was the only one consistently showing up. And then there's the rumor mill that erupted after the divorce announcement. Gossip sites fixated on Maggie Baugh, Keith's touring guitarist, suggesting she might be the mystery woman. Baugh had posted about joining Keith's tour that spring. "I was blown away by his passion on stage." But the filing confirms what level-headed observers suspected. She's not the story. The actual story is simpler and darker. It wasn't infidelity that broke them. It was invisibility. Keith chose to be on the road hundreds of days per year. He chose stages over soccer games. He chose hotel rooms over home. And Nicole finally reached the breaking point. Everyone suspected was coming. She couldn't keep pretending that absence was acceptable in marriage. What everyone suspected. Keith's constant touring made him an absent father and created geographic and emotional distance that destroyed their marriage. Keith's High and Alive World Tour took him across North America throughout the past 2 years. Meanwhile, Nicole's career was equally high profile. Forbes named her the highest paid actress in the world last year, but her work was project-based. She'd film for months, then return to Nashville. The contrast was obvious to anyone paying attention. Nicole was home, Keith was not, and here's what the court filing confirms. Keith agreed to only 59 days custody per year without negotiation. That confirms he knows his touring schedule is incompatible with equal parenting. The filing also confirms what Nicole hinted at in an interview late the previous year. She told The Hollywood Reporter, "We have breakfast together every morning, and we have dinner. How do we do it? I'm kind of not sure." The filing confirms it. She literally didn't know how to make the marriage work anymore because she was the only one consistently showing up. And then there's the rumor mill that erupted after the divorce announcement. Gossip sites fixated on Maggie Baugh, Keith's touring guitarist, suggesting she might be the mystery woman. Baugh had posted about joining Keith's tour that spring. "I was blown away by his passion on stage." But the filing confirms what level-headed observers suspected. Baugh isn't the story. The actual story is simpler and darker. It wasn't infidelity that broke them, it was invisibility. Keith chose to be on the road hundreds of days per year. He chose stages over soccer games, he chose hotel rooms over home, and Nicole finally reached the breaking point everyone suspected was coming. She couldn't keep pretending that absence was acceptable in marriage. The court filing confirms the darkest truth that everyone suspected, but nobody wanted to say out loud. This marriage didn't end because of one dramatic event. It ended because of years of accumulated absence, exhaustion, and the slow death of intimacy that happens when one person is always somewhere else. What everyone suspected. Keith wasn't showing up, Nicole was exhausted from carrying everything alone, and the marriage was dying by degrees. What the filing confirms, all of it. In legal black and white, with numbers that make it impossible to deny. The custody arrangement, 306 days with Nicole, 59 with Keith, confirms years of solo parenting that didn't start with divorce. It formalizes a pattern that's existed throughout their marriage. The financial terms confirm Nicole always knew she might need to leave. She built exit strategies into her wedding vows because she'd learned from her first marriage that love alone isn't protection. The timeline confirms months of performance while privately planning their exit. They posted anniversary tributes while Keith was signing documents, giving up primary custody. And here's the darkest confirmation of all. You can save someone from addiction, you can support their dreams, you can stay committed for 19 years, and it still won't be enough if that person won't do the daily work of showing up. Nicole didn't leave because of scandal or betrayal. The filing confirms she left because emotional abandonment became unbearable. She left because raising daughters alone, while married, is lonelier than raising them alone while single. Nicole Kidman's court filing isn't secret, it's public record. But what makes it powerful is that it confirms in legal documentation what everyone has been suspecting for years. The custody split that proves years of solo parenting. The prenup that proves she never fully trusted it would last. The timeline that proves months of pretending while the marriage was already over. The numbers don't lie. 306 days versus 59. Prepaid child support to avoid monthly accountability. A timeline that shows Keith signing away primary custody the same summer he was posting "Happy Anniversary Baby." The filing confirms the story everyone saw playing out in real time. A woman who loved deeply, sacrificed constantly, and finally reached the point where love wasn't enough to compensate for constant absence. Nicole's filing wasn't a revelation, it was confirmation. And that might be even more devastating because it means everyone saw it coming except the two people who kept pretending it wasn't happening. What did you suspect about their marriage before this filing came out? Were you shocked by the details? Or did this just confirm what you already knew? Drop your thoughts below, because sometimes the biggest secrets are the ones hiding in plain sight. And this court filing proves that what everyone suspected about Keith Urban was true all along.